How to use timeline in ClickUp. Hello guys and welcome to this new tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is to have a timeline view and also how you can create the timeline of each one of the tasks that you're going to have into your project or into your workspace. So it is going to be a very easy step and also very easy process. We're going to head over clickup.com. Then we're going to head over our dashboard. Now, what are we going to do basically is to head over the workspace of ours. So we are going to select maybe this workspace. Let's see that we are going to select the workspace that at least has the tasks. So let's see here. As you can see, I have a task and I have maybe set up the due dates. So the timeline beneficial effects in here or in this specific ClickUp app or the platform is going to show you how much or how is the duration of each one of the tasks that you have put into the project or this workspace that you have. Also, the lifetime of it. So it is going to have a bore or a specific, let's say, shape that is going to be extended from the start date till the end date of the task. Now, aside from that, we're going to have the presentation of the tasks. So also the tasks are not going to be just hanging out in there without a label or a mark that will have them, let's say here mentioned. They're going to be either you're going to have the priority set on them or you can have the status. So, for example, we are going to have the email. So this is going to be something that we need. So these are going to be the tasks. And as you can see, this is going to be the state of them. Now, I'm going to have here, for example, a task. So we are going to create a new task. That task is going to be named, for example, we're going to have it as create tools or a graphic, let's say here, elements or let's say here, resources. Sources. Boom. Now, we can go ahead and add, for example, a simple description for our task in here. It doesn't matter a lot because it is going to be an internal process in here. So when you're going to open the timeline, you're going to see those specific details, not on the timeline itself, but on the card of it. Now, you can go ahead and click on have it as a task. I'm going to have it as a task. It is going to be into the email, as you can see, the location. We're going to have the status of it. I'm not going to put it as open, but we're going to have the, let's say here, the interview. This is the status of it. Now, the assignee, we are going to have the assignees. The due date, I'm going to have a due date. For example, we are going to have a start date, which is going to be maybe today. And we're going to have a due date on maybe we're going to have it right there. So the start date is going to be, so let's say here, let's see, this is due date and this is start date. I'm going to have today. The due date is going to be right there. So from the 30th to the 3rd. This is the first thing. The priority, I'm going to set it as like this. I can go ahead and add a tag and put it just like this. This is the tag of it. Now I'm going to create this task. This is a task I have created. Now, I'm going to change the due dates of all of the tasks that I have in here because they are not going to be shown in the timeline that I am going to create. So the start date is going to be today. And we're going to have the start date today. The due date is going to be maybe this one, this date. And we're going to have, for example, the other one. I'm going to be interested in here. So I'm going to have today, due date maybe till this date. And here we have it. Now I'm going to put the priority of the specific to each one of the tasks. So I'm going to have at least a priority. Also, I'm going to have a due date or a start date and a due date because it is going to be the most important part that we're going to see on the timeline. So let's update all of the dates and also the status. So I'm going to have the status of this today. The due date is going to be maybe in this date. And why not this one? We're going to have the end date till that date. Boom. Here we have, as you can see, updated all of the task due dates. So what are we going to do in here is going to add the timeline view. So I'm going to click on the plus, which is going to be having the view. And from this, we're going to see timeline. We're going to focus a little bit in here until we are going to see the timeline. So it is going to be on more views. This is it. So see task by start and due date. We're going to add it. And as you can see, we have the tasks. So each one of the tasks is going to be in here. So you can go ahead and see that we're going to have this one in here. I can go ahead and de-zoom in and see all the tasks here and there. So for this one, as you can see, we have the start. We haven't set up a start date. I'm going to put it like this. And this is the end date. So it is going to be added just like that. So I'm going to save the changes. So I'm going to have in here all the tasks that I have put. So I'm going to have an extension. The start date is going to be today. The end date is going to be in here. So it is going to be just like that. I'm going to save in. So as you can see, this is the here are the specific tasks that we have made the update for. So create graphic resources. This is the first one that we have created, and these are going to be, as you can see here, the specific ones that we have updated. You can go ahead and click. I'm going to save it. It is going to be annoying to see the save is. So boom. You can go ahead and extend each one or any one of the tasks either by clicking on it, or you can go ahead and have the extension just like that. And you're going to see that we have extended that specific task. If I'm going to be interested in seeing some details about a task, all I need to do is to have the hand and click on the grab or click on it. So you're going to see the task. You can go ahead and see the specific status of it and everything. Now, as you can see, we have a coloration of each one of the tasks. And this coloration is going to be related to the status of the task. For example, for this one is going to be the least one, which is going to be open. And for this, for example, this green one is going to be normally the accomplished or the scheduled, as you can see in here. This is why it is going to be important to have a status for that task. If you do not have the status, normally it is going to switch up to the priorities. Now, as you can see, we can see any task on here and also the details of it. So for you can go ahead and sort off the task by also the priority, and also you can go ahead and see them right there. So as you can see, this is the closed tasks. You can go ahead and put a filter, for example, for the task. You can go ahead and see today's task or the day, week, or monthly tasks, just like that. Also, you can go ahead and have a group of status of assignees, for example, or priority. So you can go ahead and have priority, as you can see, add up like that. So this is going to be your simple thing in here. You can also search in between the tasks if you have the here, as you can see, the unscheduled or the due dates, and then you're going to have them right there. These are going to be the unscheduled normal. You can add anywhere from your views a task or a new task from here. So you can go ahead and click on task, and then you're going to add it in here, and it will automatically set up on the view of the timeline. So for the search, you can go ahead and search in, for example, for task names, task descriptions, and also custom fields. So these are going to be the main keywords that you're going to search for tasks if you have multiple tasks in here. Do not forget that it is going to be crucial to know what are the tasks of the day, the month, and maybe the week. So you can go ahead and get an idea on how we can manage them, put them to work, and also see if the workspace or the personnel or the team is working properly and the due dates are going to be respected. You can go ahead and notify a assignee if you can see that the task is taking a little bit of time, and also you can ask about it. So it is going to be very effective for the project management to have a timeline added. That was pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed the content, and I hope to see you soon on the next one.